Hello. Hey everybody. How's it going? How we doing today? There we go. Let's start the music. Hi Princess, how are you today? Oh my gosh, you just made me realize I forgot to set up stream avatars. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Hi Hobo. Hi Changeling. Hi Ash. Hi Wolfie. How's it going? Hold on, let me get this set up. Oh, I forgot something. You're going to jail already, Ash? Yeah. Yeah, I was like, where's jail? I need to send someone to jail. Goodbye. Happy to help, Princess. Of course, you just always so helpful, Ash. Thank you. I always appreciate it. Also, I think I might hear a sad puppy outside my door. Hold on. Alright, sad puppy is here now. I let her in and she immediately jumped on me. I was like, what are you doing? Now she's on the bed looking all innocent. She's like, I didn't do anything. I didn't scratch your leg. How's your day been, Aster? My day's been good. I didn't have work today. So I went shopping because I needed to get some things. I got some new swimsuits. I got some like bottoms and a top. I realized the last time I went to the lake with my mom that like my swimsuits were kind of old and worn out. I was like, oh, when was the last time I bought a swimsuit? And I realized it was probably before I went to Japan. I was like, oh, that's been a while. So I got some. And since it's like getting close to the end of the season, they're all on like a big discount. I think all the things I bought were like at least half off, if not more. I think they're like 60% off. Shopping is fun. It can be. I was surprised I managed to find swimsuits I like. Sometimes it's hard. I like to get more like shorts, tank tops, swim tank tops. It's a good time to buy swimwear. Mm-hmm. You gotta get those sales, them big sales. Do you want to see what else I bought? Something that I showed my friends because it looked cursed, and they were like, you should buy that and try it. I was like, fine. Here it is. It's Nerds Candy Corn. I bought this because my friends told me so. And they're like, you should try it, Aster. So you know what? We're gonna try these. You and me. Because I'm gonna send it through the screen to make all of you eat it with. Probably gonna taste bad. We mute while I open it. Okay, bag is open. Oh, it's got a list of flavors on the back. Strawberry shell with strawberry grape inside. Grape shell with strawberry grape inside. Strawberry lemon shell with blue raspberry fruit punch inside. Wow, why are there so many flavors of each flavor? Well, you are a nerdling. I guess that is true. Alright, let's see. What flavor should we try? Here's a blue one. It's blue raspberry shell with blue raspberry fruit punch inside. Trying to smell it. I guess it's got a little bit of a smell. Alright, here we go. You know, it's not awful. The flavor is honestly pretty good. The outside shell is like a little chalky and the inside's kind of chewy. But honestly, that wasn't bad. I don't know if I like the other flavors, but that wasn't off. It's kind of good. I'll let my VGen. Let me see. Alright. We'll try another flavor. There's 6 flavors. Try them. That was blue with red on the inside. We're gonna try the red one with the blue inside. With that. Oh, wait. Or was this the red one with the grape inside? I don't know. I accidentally ate the full inside part. Okay, there's a red one and a pink one. That one wasn't bad either. These aren't awful. They're not terrible. I'm gonna make my brother try them too when I see him later. This one. I think this is the one with the grape inside. Glad it wasn't too cursed flavor-wise. Yeah. It's not awful. It's not awful. It's actually kind of tasty. I might actually like it better than normal candy corn. I don't think I would get this again. But I could, I'll probably finish the bag. Let me try this green one. Green is watermelon shell with cherry watermelon inside. Actually sounds good. Let me see. I have anything else to tell you guys? Oh. I was gonna say, I don't know if I like this one as much, but now the flavor's it's not bad. Anyway. Glad you could join me for my little taste test. I forgot what else I was gonna say. I got distracted by I Anyway, we're gonna draw today. I don't know what we're gonna draw. I know we said we were gonna do the stream avatars, the asteroids guide, I guess. Whatever you want to call it. Which honestly shouldn't take very long. I'll probably spend more time just agonizing over the page layout doing any drawing. The base, yes. Thank you, Ash, for remembering the simple words that I have forgotten. I got back to a bit of 3D work. Ooh, nice, nice. Hope you're having fun with it. If you ever want to drop anything in the Discord, go ahead. All right, we're gonna switch over to it. Where are we? Here we are. Let me get down into this corner. Get down there. I could move up a tiny bit. There we go. After the base, if you can't decide, could always pull. That is true. I know we said we could do sub badges, but now I'm like, what do I want to do as a sub badge? We could just do the asteroids, and you could have different colors for each one, but I don't know if I want to assign, like, I don't know if I want to assign each color to, like, a different level, because I don't want it to be like, oh, the blue is level 1, but if you're a pink, you're, like, level 5. Color. They're very cute. For sure, can post more of the model tomorrow. Nice, nice. Oh, well, Princess. Hey, Errol. Hey, would you like to go? Yeah, is my stylus working correctly? Come on. I shut my computer off overnight, and now I think my stylus is not working correctly. It looks like my stylus is working on the other my other monitor. I'll have to change that in a second. I think I can change it without restarting my computer. But there you go. You can be in jail. You two can fight each other while I take a quick moment to make sure everything's working correctly. Okay, let's see. Where do I go? Let's see. And do I go here? Pen. Okay. Choose which hand you write with. Why is it on left? I write with my right hand. Let's. Or do I need to go to? Where do I go? I feel like I've done this before, but now I don't remember. Let's see. We cannot draw until I set up my pen correctly. I don't remember how to do this. I feel like I've done it before. Okay. Let's Here is all right, time for Google. Ow. Okay. Wacom Center. Okay. I was like, I feel like I'm looking in the wrong area. Just give me un momento. Did anyone do anything exciting today? Can you? Hello, I'm clicking on the thing. Bring it up, computer. Why doesn't it want to open it? Maybe I. Huh? Hello? No, woke up less than an hour ago, just getting out of bed now. Nice, nice. You know, oh, okay, the dog wants to leave. 1 second. Just working today. I gotcha, I gotcha. Was too warm and comfy. Relatable, relatable. I also had a slow morning today. Had me morning shift at the chill store. That's nice. That's good. Good when things can be chill. Okay. Let's see, let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Open the control panel icon. Oh, now it finally comes up. What do you mean no device is connected? What do you mean? Mostly the usual art stream, then chilling and a bit of work on 3D. Now time for walk, then dinner. Ooh, nice. So hope you enjoy your walk. Then again, fan, hi, welcome on in. We're gonna draw today, but my Cintiq tablet pen is connecting to the wrong monitor, so now I have to fix it so we can draw. Let's see. Okay, hardware and sound. I have a little story on how I found you. Oh yeah. Feel free to share. Alright, let me see if I can solve this without having to restart my computer. Start. Should enjoy the walk, get to chill and watch. Nice, nice. I probably should have taken Honey on a walk today, but I was out of the house most of the day. Let me read these. Where's the control panel? There we go. This up. Okay, and then I go. I click on. One, and then I go up, No, that's not what I need. Set up your pen and tablet? The tablet driver is not responding. Try turning off your computer and turning it back on again. I think it's doing the thing where it's like, where it's like not detecting my Cintiq as a tablet. I didn't realize I was gonna do that after I restarted it yesterday. Okay, let me see if I can solve this without having to restart my computer. We have to do that, then we have to restart the stream. 1 second. Does it think it's a screen instead? I think so. See, when I try to move my pen on the Cintiq, it's actually moving it on the other monitor. So it's still detecting the pen movements, but it's not detecting the Cintiq as a tablet, so I can't calibrate it. I'm thinking if I unplug my second screen, then it will automatically switch to the Cintiq screen, and maybe that'll work. So give me 1 moment. Also drawing on hard mode. Yeah, I could try that. It would be awful. Okay, 1 second. So it did work, but now everything needs to be resized. The pen tablet does work. All right, let me resize Photoshop now. Come here, Photoshop. I think I've been blasted somewhere too. I'll have to find me in a second. Let me see. Where is me? Make it smaller. There we go. There we go. Everything got yeeted. Yeah. Things got resized, but it's fine. We just put them back. There we go. So I won't have my second monitor today, but I still have my laptop up, so I can do that if I need to look things up. Oh, Ash, thank you for the head pat. Villain, hello, thank you for the hydrate. I will take that hydrate, thank you. Yummy. We had a little bit of a tech issue, but we've fixed it now, so we should be good. I'm tempted to plug the second monitor back in, but I have a feeling it might mess things up, so. Everything, Errol and I got yeeted out of jail. Oh, did you? The song is pretty good? Thanks. Glad you like it. I think the last time we listened to Will Wood, you weren't a fan. That's fine. He's a very specific taste. Alright, now I can go back to Photoshop. Oh god, why did you make it bigger, Photoshop? You were smaller. Alright, I have to resize it over here too. Right there. Okay. And then this. Photoshop, what the fuck are you doing? What actually are you doing? Can I have this? Oh my god. I don't know what Photoshop's doing. We'll figure it out. There we go. Still too long that way. Okay. It'll get there. Alright, just a little bit more. There we go. Thanks for working Photoshop. Hey, why are you playing the music? Why are you doing that? Oops. Alright. Let's zoom out. Okay, we're gonna put this on a new file, but I just have this pulled up so we can basically just drag it over. Also, hi Odessa, welcome on in. We were having a little bit of a tech issue, but we solved it, so everything should be fine now. I'll just have to check my computer after stream, maybe restart it again. So I was searching my favorite games with RPGs, Crooked Man, I saw your video, I was like, hey, this is neat, and I'm here, that's why I found you. Nice, nice, nice. That's awesome. I love playing little RPG Maker horror games. I've actually played Crooked Man and The Sandman a long time ago, back when they first came out. But then I never played the other two, so I decided we're gonna play all of them. We should be finishing Crooked Man next. Then after that we can start Sandman. Photoshop died. I played the music to herald its revival. It didn't die. It just got weirdly resized because it's like, oh, you turned off the other monitor. Now my size is all thrown off. Sorry I'm late. I was watching Unsolved Mysteries with Robert Stack. That's perfectly fine. And honestly, like I said, we had some tech issues. Sandman is my least favorite out of the four? Okay. Interesting. I've only played the first two, so I don't know. I know Sandman, it kind of like stopped feeling like a horror game like halfway through and kind of turned into more just like an adventure game. Like dark fantasy feel. Which I'm not against, but it was interesting. Photoshop went, you threw off my group. Yeah, apparently. Apparently. With all the 90s stuff, Sam reminds me of Spider-Man. Spider-Man! My favorite RPG Maker horror game, Spider-Man. Alright, let me grab... Got this. Honestly, I can just grab blue. I don't need the other ones. Come here, blue. Do I hear that dog again? Does she want to come back in? Keeps wanting to leave. Okay. I gotta decide. Oh, those are the lines. That's the part that we need. Let me just... Actually, I probably could have left those on. Oh my god, what was on? Not that. That was on. I can just turn the flats off. I feel like I'm gonna want the lines bigger. And if I just expand them, they're gonna be blurry, but I can just redraw over them. Did I Unsolved Mysteries? Is Bigfoot real, or is it just a ghost in the woods? I think Bigfoot. This is my Bigfoot theory. I think Bigfoot was just a man in a fursuit, and he never admitted it was him because he doesn't want his family to know that he's furry. That's my Bigfoot theory. It's cheesy, but I love it. I used to watch Unsolved Mysteries with my grandma. Aw, it's cute. The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, Crooked Man, Sandman, Spider-Man, and Pregman. Pregman. Oh my god. Okay, let me see how I want to do this. Maybe if I have like... Oh, that is not what I wanted to click on. We'd have like front and back, and then maybe words up top. Words. Delightful. Bigfoot being a tall furry is the most likely. That's what I'm saying. I think he's some dude in his fursuit, and he didn't want anyone else to know, so he never spoke up. And every time he sees people talking about Bigfoot, he cringes internally. He's like, "Oh God, what have I done? What have I done?" Okay, I usually use this font, which is called Hobo STD, because someone decided that was a good name for it, apparently. Let's call this asteroid. Nope. Why is caps lock on? Asteroid. We should just make it all black. Honestly, I'll probably make the base pretty plain, because people are gonna draw on it. Let's see how big I want it to be. Fun fact, in the 70s, Japanese Spider-Man had a motorcycle and a mech. Yeah, that sounds about right. I can imagine an anime Spider-Man would do that. Okay, and then down here, we'll just merge these layers. That's fine. It was live action. It does give me like Power Rangers vibes, so I can see them like making a Power Rangers-esque Spider-Man. What's the word they use? Sentai? There's a word they use for those like over-the-top live action shows. Let me just erase the eye. And then I guess we'll have like front. Front. And nope, not that. Oh, stop getting into that bubble. This will be, it was 36, right? Yeah. Just have it like that for now. I make it fancier. Okay. I'm gonna draw over these lines because they're probably pretty blurry. Let me do this. Keep the make sure it's symmetrical. Oh, Power Rangers! I remember watching that in the 90s. It's Morphin Time. Yeah, I remember watching a tiny bit as a kid. I never watched like a ton of it, but I do remember it as a child. Okay, looking at this base, I don't think I used the symmetry tool when I drew it because it does not look entirely symmetrical, but that's fine. Let's see. Do I want the lines to be that thick? Do I like this size? I think this size is fine. Weren't there like a couple of Power Rangers iterations? I mean, I guess at least in Japan there was, because they have that whole genre. I don't know about in or outside of Japan. The English speaking version. I used to watch some Power Rangers, was very into it as a kid. Fun. I don't know if I feel like I just never saw a lot of it on TV. I think when it was on I would watch it, but it wasn't on very often. As a child I did not know how to look up when things were airing. But also, it's like easier to do that nowadays. Super Sentai has been going on since 1979. Yeah, it's like a whole big thing. English followed the Japanese version. I think I heard that the English version, like, the parts where they weren't in suits were, you know, reshot with, like, the American actors, but that the parts where they were in suits were just, like, taken from the Japanese version and, like, dubbed over. At least that's what I heard. I'm not entirely sure, but, you know, it would make sense. It would save the budget. Pretty much Aster? Yeah. I mean, it's smart. It makes sense. That way they only have to partially reshoot the show. Okay, we've done that one, and I'm just gonna copy it. Because front and back are gonna look exactly the same. How it works. Very simple mascot. Although, should I leave a little more room around the edges just in case people want to add accessories? Maybe I will make this. Okay, let me. No, not image size. Canvas size. Let's add. Is this adding stuff? Stop that. Why is it purple? There we go. Would help as I want to hat. Yeah, I think it was feeling a little too close. I'm gonna move my capture phone down a tiny bit because I feel like the capture keeps getting interrupted. I think my what is this? My setup for streaming art is okay, but I feel like I could improve it over time. Cayenne, hello. Yeah, a base. We're making a little base so people can design their own asteroids if they want them. I purposefully made my mascot very simple. That way anyone can easily make their own. Okay, front. Oh, maybe I'll leave front here. See how much room I have. Let's see. Move this one that way. Should I move it down at all? Maybe I'll move it. No, I don't want to turn on sticky keys. Don't ask that, computer. You know, I always forget I can make guides over here. Maybe I'll do. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Well, that's fine. How far up from the bottom? Maybe there. Let's see. This one can go down a little bit. Wrong thing. Oh, do I want this to be farther over? Maybe. Well, I feel feel like it's kind of okay there. Can I grab this guide again, or is it gonna be like, no, you can't have that guide? I don't think it is. Oh, I can't move it. Nice. Get out of here. You know what, you can go over here. That one's over. 1200. All right there. Okay, I think that works. Oh, I have not saved this file yet. Let me save the file. Mascot. Mascot. Base. That's a good name for it. I have not played the game that this song is based off of. The, what's it called? Churrito Pat? It might be interesting to play, but it is also a game where, like, it opens up your web camera, your webcam at some point, and, like, will show you in the game. I don't know if they have a streamer safe mode. I also don't know what camera it would try to use, because I don't think my PC is set up to any camera. Because neither of the monitors I'm using are actual computer monitors. Should be good. And then back. Oh, that one is not quite enough. It was. That's fine. I'm not that particular. Part of me wants to make it a little fancier, but at the same time, I don't want to add like a bunch of colors and then make it clash with whatever colors people are adding. This way, especially if I upload it as a PSD file, you can just go in and change it how you want and add a little background if you want. Let me see. Can I get rid of these guides? They're throwing me off now. There we go. I was just setting up a thing for it. A thing for the base? Let's see, does this look okay? Maybe I should move front and back up more so there's room if people want to add like a hat. Or maybe I should put it at the bottom. Maybe I'll put it at the bottom and then move these two up. Maybe that's a better idea. Don't yell at me about sticky keys. I don't care about sticky keys, computer. I feel like... Oh, why is it... I don't need those lines. Can you get rid of that line font, please? Oh, that's the... I see. The symmetry tool. We have a salon. If you want, you can post the PSD so people can use Photoshop or Krita to access it. Yeah, I figured I'd post it as a PSD. I'll post it as like a PNG as well, in case someone just doesn't have a program component like that and they could just kind of draw over it. But I also post it as a PSD. And honestly, if you have it as PSD, you can move around it. So, an idea for the Astro that also made me rethink part of my compy. Ooh, cute. I'd love to see it. Can you make it? I mean, does it need to be fancier than this? It's a base. I don't want to add colors, then that might clash with people's colors. I feel like it's so plain though, but do I add anything? Square into corner. There. Graphic design is my passion. Could add the main eye shapes you have so folks can choose to use them or not. I could do that. I mean, if I upload it as a PSD, you can always toggle the transparency. So I haven't got a Sona, but if I did, I'd be a Jester, hence the Jester hat in my compy, specifically a Jester with chance being a major theme. Oh, cool. Jesters are always cool. I do like the Jester vibe. Compy has a coin right. Gamba is a bit of a thing with Kyan Stream, so I thought along with a coin I'd add poker chips. Oh, that'd be fun. Gambling Jester. I feel like Jesters have been shown with like card and gambling themes before. With the Asteroid, I'm going with dice. Ooh, that'd be fun. You see, where did the eye go? I deleted the eye. Let me just copy these over. Big. That looks about the right size. You know the markings behind the eyes? Gonna do gonna do dice markings. Ooh, that'd be fun. You gonna do like the numbers, like a 1 or 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let me put down this eye. I think this symmetry, is that symmetry right? That symmetry is not right. I think that's right. 6 and 3 theoretically depends on how I can fit it. Nice, that's a cool idea. Oh, I feel like that eye is not centered. That's fine. Let me see, where's this? That back, this is front. It's World Lizard Day. Is it? I didn't know that. I love lizards. What the hell? I want to celebrate World Lizard Day. Yeah, that eye is not centered. No, I'm gonna move it more to the center. There we go. This is gonna show how not symmetrical and not centered the original drawing was. I'm gonna have it like down like this. I just had to fix the jester hat to remove the Comfy coin. I fall into the brain rot. What brain rot? Lizard brain rot? I think there is like a lizard meme going around on TikTok currently, but I actually haven't seen a ton of it. I've just seen people mention it, which is wild because I love lizards. So usually if there's some kind of lizard meme, you think I'd have seen it. It do be like that sometimes. Yeah. And I don't like this little hook there. You know what TikTok has been showing me? It's been showing me these stupid clips from those like low budget TV show or streaming shows where it's like these weird straight werewolf romances where they call like the main guy, like the head guy, the alpha, and then his fated mate is his Luna or whatever. And they're very low budget. I'm like, why are you showing me this, TikTok? But I'm like kind of tempted to watch them with like a friend because I feel like they'd be funny to watch because they look so bad. Log posted it in Barry's Discord under memes. Oh, I gotcha. I'll have to check that out later. Send you some to look at later. I block a lot of that stuff. Yeah, it's just a lizard repeatedly pressing a button that says lizard. That was the impression I got. I get those as well. You straight? OMG, yes, I get those constantly. Yeah. I would sit with you. I don't even know where you watch them. I feel like it's one of those like streaming sites that nobody uses. Ugh. I am tempted though. Maybe one day I'll my friends sit for a call with me and we can all yell about how bad they are. Oh wait, never mind. I get the low budget Chinese drama ones. I think I might have gotten one of those once. Trying to remember the stupid lines, but honestly, I blocked them all out because I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? My TikTok is full of goth women and Yakuza memes for no reason. No reason at all. Of course not. See, those are good ones to get. I like getting those. That TikTok is like, isn't this what you want? Basically the equivalent of straight Omegaverse. People talk about their fated Luna, their fated Alpha. I think one I saw was this guy who was like the Alpha. He was sitting in bed, and I guess the idea is they have like their inner wolf that like talks to them. It's like their instincts, and it showed this like cheap CGI model of a wolf being like, admit it, you wanna fuck her. I'm like, what am I, hello? What is the context here? They're weird. Watch party in Discord. Sounds like the same garbage I get on YouTube Shorts at times. Fun. It's usually those special apps I have a few for the C-dramas that are way better than the American ones. Funny because Americans are just ripping the plots from the C-dramas and making them way worse. Isn't that how it goes? You're like, we can't just add subtitles to this marketed to people. We have to remake it poorly. I've also got 1,000,006 TikToks lately, and I've never been so emotive. ORV TikTok? That. You watch one grow me video and this happens. Not that I'm complaining. I've been getting a lot of peak videos. Which I'm not complaining about, because either I get funny clips or I get tips. I'm like, ooh, now I can do it. Now I can make it past the 3rd biome. Ha ha ha. At least the C-dramas I watch do not have the shit Omega thing going on. See, I feel like most of the ones I watch are not, or the ones that it sends me are not like Omegaverse. They're more like werewolf. But it kind of feels like Omegaverse. Hello, what? Yeah, it was wild. I was like, hello? We're just gonna start off with that? I learned that there's a difficulty rating in Peak. There is. I think you can't do the harder difficulties until you either like beat the earlier difficulties or something. Because right now I know I can only access like the normal difficulty and then like the really easy one. My YouTube Shorts is either Warhammer or VTubers. I don't watch a ton of YouTube Shorts, but I do get a lot of VTuber ones recommended to me. Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. It's a light novel / manhwa. Oh, okay. I don't think I know about that one, but maybe you've mentioned it before. Should I add the tier? Maybe I won't add the tier. This will just be like a base for an eye. We can do front-facing eye. I feel like that's gonna look cursed. Maybe I'll stick with the side view. I feel like there was another TikTok trend I was getting. Oh yeah, I was getting a bunch of those. Have you seen the Hamilton TikTok trend? With Hamilton's like sneaking out the window. I've been getting a lot of those. And honestly, those are really funny. People keep changing it up. They were sneaking out windows, and now we got people like getting into washers and dryers or getting on actual boats. It's finally getting an official English translation for the light novel version, so that's probably why I'm getting so many TikToks lately. That and the god awful live action everyone hates. I'm glad it's getting an official translation. That's awesome. Maybe I'll have to check it out. I have so many things I still need to check out, but they will happen one day. It's ironically one of the best stories I've ever read. Oh, wow. Okay, maybe I really will have to check it out then. That's some high praise. So did Aster try any new treats this evening? I had to leave for a bit. I did, and you know what? They're actually not that bad. They actually taste kind of good. Surprisingly. I like the blue ones. The outside texture is a little chalky. It reminds me of Smarties a little bit. And then the inside's kind of chewy. I am surprised that they're actually kind of decent. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I found a bag of Nerds candy corn at the store. And my friends goaded me into buying it and trying it. The ones with horses get me? Yeah, the horses. Seen people get into boats too. Hamilton hating his wife, I've seen, yeah. When was the water slide though? I've seen a water slide, yeah. Oh my god. Seen people get into cabinets. It's really good. It's really silly. Oh, we're in the iBreak now. Blue is a good flavor. Adds. Ugh. I gotta resub when I get upstairs. I thought you just resubbed the other day. I could have sworn you did. Or maybe it was someone else. That's too bad though. Okay, we won't mention the secrets of life while you're on. Oh, thank you for the stretch and hydrate too. Stretching my arms. When I do drawing streams, and I do stretch. I should stretch my wrists. That's what I'm gonna try to do. Wrist stretches are important. When you're a sub, you can announce it, basically saying, "Hey, I'm still subbed." Yeah, I've seen people do that. I could have sworn Wolfie did it. Maybe it was someone. Yeah, I also resubbed, but Twitch took away my sub. What? It took away your sub. That's rude. You can do it the whole month. Isn't it 42? Isn't what 40? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So what it can do is help hype. Yeah, I know. I've seen it start hype trains. And when people do it afterwards, when I get my little email from Twitch that's like, here's your stream results, it'll be like, wow, you got $5 for this person resubbing. And it's like, I would have gotten it anyway, but you wouldn't tell me. It only tells me if someone specifically does that. It did? Why Twitch? That's really rude if it took it away. Especially if you paid for it already. Basically, you can do it the day before your sub ends. Okay, I see. I get the prompt for it too when I'm in other people's streams that I'm sub to. But I don't usually click on it because I feel awkward when I do it. That look okay? Yeah, it's fine. Okay, that'll be base I1. I'll organize this and make it look nicer in the files when we get to that point. Why are you stealing my cloak? Now I'm naked. Wife of a jealous man. He bad, bad. Leroy Brown. Baddest man in the whole downtown. Better than old King Kong. Meaner than a junkyard dog. Alright, we can do this eye as well. I'll include all these in the PSD. And then maybe I'll make a couple of separate PNG in case people just want to draw on the PNG. What vibes are we going for tonight for song requests? The same as we usually do, Odessa. Whatever the hell we want to listen to. Anything goes. There is no theme. Only music. These are all going to look ever so slightly different because the originals were not drawn with the symmetry tool. But that's fine. You say that until I request Big Ass Truck, now that I'm in the mood for that song. Dude, I played like Asgore's driving in my car the other day. I'm pretty sure we did play Big S Truck before, because you requested it, didn't we? Dandy, or so it goes. Did that I did. Ever so like, ever so slightly pointy hair. Has anyone here started watching the new Annie and Stocking with Garderbelt? I watched the first season back when it came out, like 15 years ago. And then the ending hinted at another season, and then they didn't make another season until like 15 years later. I haven't watched any of season 2. I don't know if I will, because honestly I can't necessarily say that I liked the show a lot when it first came out. I think I watched it more out of curiosity, and I could never decide if I liked it or not. How about if I can turn back time by Cher? We can put that in. I haven't seen the show. I gotcha. I do think the style is very iconic. I do like the style of it. And I always thought the music and the animation and the style is fun. And I thought it was like kind of a unique idea. But I could never decide if I actually enjoyed watching it or not. Especially since it has like a lot of adult humor, and I think at the time of my life when I watched it, I was like a teen, and I wasn't quite into that humor at the time, but I still watched it out of curiosity. Okay, if I turn back time, let me add that to the queue. As soon as I go to think of songs, my mind goes blank. Mood, relatable. Haven't watched the new one yet, no. Certainly not name for a show. Yeah, it's like see what is the concept? It's about these two angel sisters named Panty and Stocking, and when they do their magical girl transformation, they take off those articles of clothing that they're named after. It's a very like raunchy show with a lot of swearing and sexuality, and it's very over the top. And I think they have like a straight up South Park reference in the first season. I like the style more than the content, if that makes sense. Yeah, I feel ya. I like the style. I like the music, but I don't know if the humor of the show actually vibes with me. So I do like Dead Leaves, which was made I think by the same team with a similar style before they made Panty and Stocking. And honestly, Dead Leaves kind of has some of the same raunchy humor, but it's also like just very weird and over the top. And I kind of like it, even though I can't really explain why I like it. There's definitely issues with it, but it's interesting. Yeah, Aster, you excited for Homestuck? You can finally learn the lore and listen to the music. Man, I don't know. I've decided I'm gonna watch the pilot when it comes out. If it seems interesting enough, I might keep up with the show, but we'll see. It's like I feel like Homestuck is falling into that morbid curiosity part of my brain where it's like I want to know. I don't actually care about it. I don't really want to get into it, but I'm curious about it. I'm like I need to know. I gotta know what the fuck is going on. I feel that way with Cuphead. Love the art, but the game is too hard for me. Yeah, I never tried Cuphead. I wasn't sure if I would actually enjoy playing it. So I've never ended up playing it. Oh boy, the resurgence of Homestuck is certainly unexpected. Yeah. Though to be fair, Danganronpa was like also uh a thing that was kind of popular around that time, and I saw stuff about it. I kind of learned about it just from osmosis, and then I was like, I don't think I'll ever get into that. And then a couple of years ago, like 10 years after the first game came out, the Game Grumps decided to play Danganronpa. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm gonna watch them play Danganronpa because obviously I can't not do that. So now I'm somewhat into Danganronpa, and I know about Danganronpa. And I'm worried that's what's gonna happen with the show. I'm gonna watch it out of curiosity, and then I'm gonna like actually unironically get into it, like 10 years late. With the Twink Wizard Toby Fox. Yeah, Automod thought you were being a bully by saying Twink. I do think it's funny that he is voicing a character. I did want him to do more voice acting, because I don't have a very good idea what his voice sounds like. And he's done like one voice acting job in, I think, Baby Bear Bears, the like We Bear Bears preschool spin-off show. But most of his lines are him like screaming. And he's doing kind of like a little nerdy coward voice. I was like, I wonder what his actual voice sounds like. And now he's playing John and still doing like a nerdy voice. So I'm like, okay, maybe maybe I'll never know. I mean, I guess I've seen videos with his voice, but they're pretty short. Their playthrough is fun. Yeah, it is fun. And the thing is, I started watching their playthrough. And then I started getting into the game. I was like, oh, I wonder what's going on. And then they were playing it too slowly for me. So I went and I found a completely different person who had already played the game, watched the entirety of his VOD for the game, and then I went back and kept watching the Game Grumps play it. So I've seen the first and second game. Not the third game yet. I did start watching that guy play the like spin-off game that I think is in between. Is it in between 1 and 2 or in between 2 and 3? What's it called? The Danganronpa Girls. I don't know. It's like one where it's more of a shooter game, and it's weird. And I was like, I don't think I can handle watching this one. Body's been discovered. Yeah. I started reading Homestuck around the time the climax was coming out, which I read with the same horrified fascination as you would watching a train wreck. It just looks like there's so much of it and like so much lore and stuff to understand that I'm like, I don't know if I want to invest all my time into trying to understand what the hell is going on. Plus, the site currently is kind of broken, from what I've heard. Because a lot of it used Flash, and then Adobe got rid of Flash. And I think the site was supposed to be maintained by like Viz Media, but they didn't do that, so now a lot of it's just like broken. I can share a video with his real voice. I've heard his voice. I just kind of wanted to hear more of it. But yeah, it's all good. I like zoned out of what I was saying halfway through saying it. Recommend Lucha, Jin, or Tom Fox playthroughs of the Danganronpa. Trying to remember the name of the person who I watched. I don't think he was a huge streamer. I want to say his name had like beard in it. I don't think he streams anymore. But his playthrough was good for me. Although I don't think I finished watching the Game Grumps play Danganronpa 2. I need to, but I think at that point I just consumed so much so quickly that I was like, I need a break. I read 85% of it in a single sitting too. Oh my god. See, I did try reading it a long time ago before I fully knew what exactly it was. And I got a little bit through it, but I think it just wasn't... It didn't really hook me in. There's a lot of reading, and I don't think I feel like the humor wasn't quite clicking with me. Like, I think there were things that were supposed to be funny, and my, like, 14-year-old self didn't find it funny. I was just like, okay, things are happening, I guess. I do that a lot when I read stuff anyways. I am incapable of taking breaks unless it is forced upon me. I can be like that too. If I get into something or get hooked on it, then it's like I just gotta sit down and consume a whole bunch of it. I can't stop thinking about it. Does that eye shape look okay? I've had moments where like I get hooked on looking up something even though I kind of am not interested in it. But I'm like, I just gotta keep reading about this thing. I felt that way with like Conker's Bad Fur Day. It was like, I don't really want to play this and I don't think it's my kind of game, but yet I can't stop myself from like reading the Wikipedia page and looking up stuff about it. It also happened once with Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. It's a graphic novel series by the guy who made Invader Zim. And he like made it before Invader Zim. So then when he got hired to make a children's TV show, they're like, why did someone who makes a comic called Johnny the Homicidal Maniac get hired to write a children's TV show? Same, need to finish their playthrough of the second. Yeah, I gotta. They did kind of make me like, what's her name, Mahiru more. The girl with the short red hair, who kind of looks like Wendy, because they kept making Wendy's jokes about her. And they got to the point where they were fond of her, and it made me more fond of her. And she's kind of one of those characters that is a little bland and people don't really remember. Problem with the Grumps is I can only stand so much of the humor and Aaron getting angry. Yeah, I would say if you like enjoy their humor and stuff, they're fun to watch. But if you're trying to watch a game to like understand the story, I wouldn't recommend them. Honestly, that's probably why it was a good idea to watch someone else play Danganronpa before I watched them play it. Because sometimes they're more focused on being funny than understanding the game. Which like isn't crime or anything. It's just personal taste. Deltarune, yeah. Oh man, I can't stop thinking about Deltarune. And then my way of coping is to just like listen to Deltarune theory videos when I'm at work. Anyway, did you guys know that the newest hot theory is that Jockington is the tail of hell? Either that or he's turning into a goner. We've never seen Jockington's eyes because he always wears sunglasses. So who knows? They could be pink and yellow underneath. Just think Aster after chapter 5 we won't see Deltarune for 3 years. How do you know that? Did Tobias Foxius come down and tell you that himself? Because chapter 5 comes out next year. And if he releases chapter 6 and 7 on their own, maybe it could be like a year or two in between each chapter. You know I'm bullying you? You're bullying me? You know what bullying gets you, right? Where's my mouse? Come here. Bullying gets you jail. Enjoy. We know here to listen to what you've learned. Elaborate. Okay, let me think of all the Jockington stuff. So I'm just gonna list things as I remember them. So one small random thing is that like back in 2018, I don't know if it was before or after chapter 1 came out, Femi, who's the main artist of Undertale and Deltarune, she made a tweet where she was like, a cat's tail is just a snake in disguise. Which could seem kind of random, but there have been times when Toby Fox has made weird random tweets and then later on it was turned out to be something in the actual game. And then if you look at, hold on, you guys are gonna make me start pulling up pictures. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull up this picture. Where's Photoshop? Come back here. Okay, you see this? This is one of the fake mics, remember? The cat mic? And you can see he's kind of designed to look like Friend, because some people thought that like Friend, which was the smiling face with the yellow and pink eyes, was gonna be Mike. And a lot of people think that Hell's tail is going to be part of Mike, because we're pretty, or not Mike, Friend, because we're pretty sure Friend is a cat. And if you look at his tail, it looks like it's got a little mouth here, like Jockington. Let me pull up Jockington. Let me grab a picture of him. Come here, Jockington. Alright, you need to move. So if you look at the shape of Jockington compared, don't rotate, compared to the tail, it kind of looks like him, does it not? It's got his little like, oh, he looks like that. He looks like the tail. And the other thing about him is that people have noticed, like, a lot of characters in Deltarune Undertale have, like, quirky speech mannerisms. And Jockington has always had a bit of a quirky speech mannerism. But if you compare his, like, Chapter 1 dialogue to Chapter 4, it seems like his dialogue is kind of deteriorating. Like, he's getting more incomprehensible. And he has, like, more spelling errors and weird stuff going on. So some people are like, maybe he's turning into a goner and he's gonna turn gray. But also maybe some people think that like he's not Jockington at all. He's a guy. And the other thing is that Jockington is in the prophecy. They have the prophecy Jockington will grow the beard. let me pull it up. Pulling up the pictures. Okay. Here's the whole thing about Jockington grows the beard. Oh, you need to be underneath. Let me get rid of these photo. Not that one. That one. This one. That one. Not that one. Where'd it go? That one. See, he's in the prophecy. And the thing is, this thing pops up twice. I think one of the areas it pops up is also where you see Hell's Hell. Let me pull this up. You see, we have this prophecy, the tail of Hell will take Crawl. And then you have Jockington grows the beard. And apparently the Jockington grows the beard one shows up in two different places. And one of the places it shows up is also the place where they'll see the tail of Hell take Crawl. Because you know when you go through Chapter 4, it like... there's like the second sanctuary and the third sanctuary. So you'll be in the same places, but they'll look a little different. Jockington growing a beard sounds like time skip to me. Might have been what happened to Des. She ain't dead or the night she just time jumped. It might be that she's like stuck in the bunker, but I think there's also another thing, because this is what the Tail of Hell looks like in the prophecy in game, but I think there was an alternate version of it in the files where it has a point on the end. Let me see if I can find that one. Where is it? Is this? Let me take this. Was this in the files, or did people just speculate on this? Let me show you this. So there's this saying in the game where if you talk to someone, they'll say "Lost where the forest would grow, the children follow the pointed tail." But I think in game the dialogue is all mixed up. But we have seen this phrase, I think, on the Spamton sweepstakes before. And this guy says the tail which must not be followed, and then they'll see the tail of hell take crawl. And you can see this one has like the point on it. That's not the one that shows up in the game. But if you look at Jockington, when he grows the beard, it adds a point to him, a point to the end of him, just like the point at the end of Hell's tail. So people are like, what if he grows the beard and that's when he gets revealed as Hell's tail? And then another thing is, hold on, let me show you friend again. Come down the conspiracy rabbit hole with me. Okay, so we know that friend is like the face with the big smile and the pink and yellow eyes, okay? And then Jockington, he's always seen with his friend Caddy, okay? And if you look at Caddy, hold on, let me bring Caddy in. What colors do we see on Caddy? Yellow and pink. So this is why Jockington is the tail of hell, and Caddy may or may not be friend. Feeling very Pepe Sylvia right now? Yeah. Don't get me wrong, very clever deductions. Listen, you can watch videos on this of people who are much more thorough than me. I'm just trying to remember what I saw. My favorite part about this theory is that there's a little bit of plausibility to it. Either the game's gonna come out and gonna be finished, and we're all gonna look like raving lunatic for these theories, or it's gonna come true and everyone's gonna go insane because they're like, holy shit, we 4D chessed it, we figured it out. Like, don't get me wrong, very clever deductions, but Deltarune fans are bad shit. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Remember I told you about Woody Theory? How the big wait in between chapters 2 and 3 and 4 led to people believing that there was going to be a cowboy character? Which, by the way, Woody Theory's not dead. People think Woody Theory is going to come true in chapter 5. Because the chapter 5 Dark World will probably revolve around Asgore, and Asgore's the one who liked the canceled cowboy show. So the cowboy might show up in his Dark World. Maybe he has old VHS tapes of it. I like hearing these from you. Thank you. Thank you for enjoying my incoherent ramblings. I can see why this might be plausible, but y'all are case. No, we've figured it out. We've 4D chessed it, and we understand everything. Speaking of Toy Story, let's listen to "I Will Go Sailing No More" by Randy Newman. Oh, was that in the movie? I feel like I don't remember that song. Let me see. I Will Go Sailing No More. Okay, I don't remember this song, but I probably will when it plays. The funniest thing is there's so many theories, at least one wild one is bound to be semi-close. That's true. That's true. There's so many people making so many different theories. One of them's gonna be true. Plus, he used to be a cop and Woody's a sheriff. Yes. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And in chapter 3, when Tenna is telling you all the different things you can win from his show, one of them is a floral themed cowboy bath curtain, and Asgore is associated with flowers, and it's got the cowboy hat. It's foreshadowing. That's what it's all about. See, this is one reason why I'm a little worried to talk about these theories when I'm drawing. It's because I'm gonna get so distracted by the theories, I'm gonna stop drawing. This is what's happened to our asteroid base. It's just Jockington now. It's just Jockington. I'm not so mean to request the song "Short People" by Randy Newman from the '70s. What? What song? Hold on, you mentioned it. Now I gotta listen to it. Short People. We're adding it to the queue. If it's bad, you'll get banned forever, Odessa. Farewell. Hydrate and stretch. Thank you. Aster, gotta do a just chatting stream where you do this. Oh no. No. It's just gonna turn into me being like, pulling up random YouTube videos and being like, look at this Deltarune theory. Alright, we gotta stretch. You can stare at Jockington while I stretch. Wait, yes, no. No. Unhinged Aster for 3 hours. Oh no. Guys, I don't know where I'll go if I try to talk for 3 hours about random nonsense. We've already seen what happened in like 5 minutes of me rambling about Jockington being Tails out. The song is from the 70s, so it didn't age well. Yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking. I can see the thumbnail, you in front of a board of pictures in red thread. There's actually... There's a Deltarune theorist who has that kind of format. Where he's got like a... I think his name's Cammy. He's got like a little board with threads on it. Okay, we're gonna get rid of all this random nonsense here. Get out of here. I'm gonna have to delete these out of here before I upload this for people. What if some of them get left in here? Someone just opens the PSD and they're like, why is there a picture of Jockington in the files? Where's the other one? Short people got no reason to live. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why did he write this song? How tall is he? How tall is Randy Newman? He's 6 feet tall. Is this the right Randy Newman? Why did Randy Newman write the song Short People? Short People is a song by Randy Newman from his 1977 album Little Criminals. With lyrics demeaning to short people, the song was intended by Newman to be a satire about prejudice more broadly. As with many of his songs, such as Rednecks, Newman wrote the song from the point of view of a biased narrator. Okay, so it's satirical. I remember listening to this before. Have you? Don't shoot the messenger. It's okay, Odessa. You're fine. You're not gonna leave forever. You're just gonna leave for a little bit. Achoo! Goodbye. You'll be back. I did a group talent show performance of this song in grade school. Did you? Jeez, how did that go? He's a certified hater and you gotta respect that. You know what? Sure. Sure. You have a point. Okay, I might just upload it like this. Oh my god. Okay, let me go through all these files and make sure we got files that we want. I feel like I've done so little art on today's stream because we've been so fun. What? Is anything on this layer? No, this layer's empty. Get out of here. What's on this layer? Corner. Corner. Oh god, I didn't mean to delete that. Okay. This can all go into a folder. Okay. This is back. Back lines. And this can be back asteroid lines. There we go. We made like sack costumes so we looked extra short, then did a dance. It was funny. What the hell? God, sometimes you look back at your childhood and you're like, what the fuck did they make us do at school? There's a level of irony to that, come to think of it. Heck yeah, My Chemical Romance. Hell yeah. I just kind of had it on shuffle, but maybe I should cue something up. What do I want to listen to? We'll put this in. Okay, and then let me look at these eyes. Okay. Base I1. Yeah, I'll just call them like base I1, base I2, and base I3. You certainly don't have to use these I, but I'll put them in there in case anyone wants them. Let me delete that. What's on here? Anything on this layer? No, it's another empty layer. I love making layers and then forgetting why they were there, and then there's no layer. And it wasn't a forced thing, like my friend group came up with the idea. It was an idea you guys came up with. It wasn't something your school made you do. Honestly, that might make it a little bit better. Because that way it wasn't a bunch of teachers being like, yeah, let's have the kids do this. Alright. I'll probably just upload it like this. This is fine. Otherwise, I'm gonna stare at it for too long. Okay. I'll put these in here. These are optional base eyes. I will... Okay, I have the PSD saved. I'll export this as a couple of PNGs in case people want the PNGs. I'm not sure how uploading the PSD to Discord might be like. You have to save this as a Google Docs file. Teacher, these kids are short AF. I got the perfect song for them. Yeah, they might get in trouble for that one, maybe. Okay. What file are these going in? Put it here. Okay. And then we'll save one this space I. I saved that as eyes 1, and I just realized it only has one eye. But you know what? It's fine. We'll do this one. Alright. Let me see if I can upload the PSD into Discord. It might require me to upload it somewhere else first. Let me see. What am I putting this under? Maybe I'll put it in Aster Art. I feel like I probably can't just throw up yes there, but we'll see. Will it let me? We're gonna find out right now. Oh, cool. It did. Okay. The PSD is in the Aster Art channel. I might make a separate channel where people can upload their mascots if they want. Make an Asteroid channel, yeah. But I'll put them here for now, too. That way they're at least there for now. That one. This one. And this one. There we go. So the PSD there is there, and then there's the PNGs for the blank base, and then the base with the other eyes. So those eyes are there, but certainly feel free to design your own eyes. Hold on one second. It looks like, when I look at VTube Studio, it looks like I'm ever so slightly cut off at the bottom. The line of blue. Still there? No, now it's good. Cool. Cool, okay, we've done that. That took me longer than I thought because I keep getting distracted. But that's normal. Okay. What should we draw now? Let's. Oh. I know we brought up making badges. What should we make the badges? I don't know if I want to make the badges asteroids. Just like I said, I don't want it to be where, like, blue is associated with, like, level 1, and other colors associated with another level. Because the colors right now aren't supposed to represent any sort of hierarchy, they're just colors. But one idea I think I did have a while ago was making something that kind of looks like the clasp on my cloak. And then I could make it, like, fancier as it goes along. Wand? Wands could be an idea. I've never designed a wand for myself, so I don't know what it looked like. You're a mage after all. This is true. Why don't we just experiment for a bit? See what we like. No, don't do that. Let me open up a new file first. That's not the orientation I wanted, but you know, it's fine. Because I can just change it.
Yeah.
There we go.
This is big brain time.
This is big brain time, thank you. Brainstorm, yeah, storm. The class sound fun? Yeah, I think that could be an idea. Let me Google subscriber badges real quick. Let me see what people have. Because I think I read you want them to be, I think the biggest they are is like 72 by 72. Which is not very big at all. So we don't want them to be super detailed. An image. Can I copy? Yeah, oh wow, why is it so large? Oh my god. Hold on, let me make this way smaller. Oh my god. Wait, go back to the orientation. Okay, there we go. Oh, well, now that I made it so small, they're harder to see, but I think these are just some of the default ones that Twitch has. This is cheer chat badges, and then we've also got sub gifter badges. For sure, I made mine a size too big. It blurred them like crazy. Need to redo them. Yeah, I think for this file, since I'm just trying to come up with the ideas, we'll leave it big. But then if I start actually drawing them, I will make one that's like 72 by 72. You don't, so they don't get resized weird. See, even making them small like this, you can see how blurred they've got. So. And they all don't necessarily need to be like super duper different from each other. Okay, let's see. We said one idea was wands. Don't forget to save. Okay, I will save this. Where am I saving this, actually? I will make a new folder and call it sub badges. And we'll save it in here. There we go. Okay, we had a wand as an idea. So, most basic wand would probably just like something like that. How would we change them as we go along? I finished making horchata. Ooh, nice. I've had horchata before. It's pretty good. Did it turn out well? Did you try it? Make this color darker. That's the most basic shape. Let's see. How can I make this more interesting? Oh, I guess I could put a star at the point. If I do that, I won't make it in perspective. Maybe it'll be like this. Suppose I could have ones where like the end has like a star, and then another one has like a moon, another one has like a sun. Tastes good, although it needs more milk, too sweet. I gotcha. Sometimes it takes a couple tries to perfect something. Glad it still tastes pretty good though. What else could I put at the top? Let me look up some wands actually. One. Let's get some inspiration here. Bringing up a lot of Harry Potter wands, which makes sense. These fairy wands have like streamers on them. Oh god, why is it so large? Why are these images so large? That could be a way to make them fancier. The badges are going to be like little squares. So that's a good thing to remember. I'm worried the wand is going to be like too long. Maybe like more little gems around it like your cloak clasp. That could be an idea. Quite sold on the clasp. I think that's really clever. I think it'll fit the box shape more. Like square shape better. Let me draw my clasp. And things we could change about it could be like the color of the gem inside, or even the color of the metal. Because the default's like a gold and then the cyan gem. And we could alter how many little gems are down here. Maybe how big they are, what their shape is. The clasp collects gems around it. Yeah. I guess you also have the stars on my hat, which are basically the same shape. They just don't have the gem in the middle. So that could also count as like one of the lower level badges, I guess. I don't know what these badges are going to be for. I think are they like for subscriber things, I think. Like, oh my god, stop spinning away, Photoshop. One of them could just be like plain gold. And then other ones could have the gem. And they could get fancier as they go along. Oddly enough, those remind me of the scary dollar store wands called the Evil Stick. The Evil Stick? Let me see. Does it have Cardcaptor Sakura on it? Is this what you're talking about? That has so few pixels, but it gets the idea across. Is this like a knockoff Cardcaptor Sakura toy? Oh, thank you for the hydrate, villain. I will take that. Yeah, it's a bootleg toy. Why'd they call it Evil Stick? Isn't Cardcaptor Sakura a hero? Why does she have an evil stick? Let's see. What else can we change? Evil Stick? Apparently. The very, very clever name of Evil Stick. We add more gems. Well, that feels silly. Maybe he's like this. Or if it's like, it might look silly, but we'll test it out. I feel like it does look a bit silly. I must obtain it. Of course, only the truest of villains can wield the evil stick. Then you can commit any crime with the power of evil Cardcaptor Sakura. I want him framed on the wall. Scare Theater has a video on the evil stick. I think I saw the thumbnail for that when I googled the image. I feel like that looks a little silly like that. We're brainstorming. We're brainstorming. So we're just gonna throw things around. What else could we do here? Oh, okay. What can I do to this to make it fancier? Is it funny that I want to make the evil stick a VTuber asset? You could go for it. That'd be funny. Ah, yes, the evil princess wand for the evilest of princesses. I mean, I'm not sure if all the different ones have to be super different from each other. Changing the color could be enough for some of them. What else can we do? I could do that. That look odd. What if we shape it kind of like this? That could be fun. Could be like one of the fancier ones. The wand just spells out its name. That's the evilest thing it does. It just goes evil stick. Like some kind of Pokemon. This one's fun. I kind of like this one. Whatever style we draw this in is probably going to be somewhat simple. I don't think we can fit a ton of detail on them. I could make these longer as it gets fancy. But we do have to consider that they're going to be rectangular. Loving these? Yeah, I think I like this idea for them. Yeah. Brainstorm. Don't have to shut anything down right now. What? What are the badges? Because if it's just like one set of badges, like level 1, level whatever, we can do this. But if I need like alternate ones as well, like if there's like subscriber ones, then also like what are other ones? I think isn't there like VIP is something? We might need separate ones for those too. But we don't have to come up with every idea immediately. Okay, if I make a file that's 72 by 72, how big is that? If it's that big, it's gonna basically be like doing pixel art. Let me look at... Let me just look at some references. You know, some of these people have are pretty detailed. They might have drawn them bigger. We could potentially draw them bigger and downsize them. Just maybe not draw them too much bigger. Maybe just like twice as big. Mm-hmm. This is a cool one. Let me show you these ones. This is a cool idea. Got like a cool space theme. Okay, we can keep that as some inspiration for now. What else can I find on here? How to design sub badge. Let's see what else we got. I wonder if I can set them for like my own goals, where it's like you can set them to be like 1 month subscribed, 6 months subscribed, 1 year subscribed. Maybe. I genuinely. You can, I think. Okay. We might just like make a bunch of these and then depending on how many we have, set them or whatever. I think a lot of people are just gonna end up jumping to like whatever 1 year subscribed is gonna be. Okay. Maybe I'll start with the basic one first, since I already kind of know what it looks like. Um, and then we can like go forward and backward from there and establish style. No. Oh, hello. There we go. Point here. When a baseball team takes the mound to pitch, they deploy a total of 9 players to defend the field. I didn't even read what the question was. Thank you, Frosty, for the baseball knowledge that I definitely wanted. We love baseball here. Okay, that is not leaving me any room for the jokes, so. What? Let's see. This feels good size. Or should I? A tiny bit. There's room for this to get bigger if I need it to. It's playing 3 days. I don't really this right now. This one's fine. Oh, I gotta put in the subway onto the queue by Chaparral Run, because I've been listening to that a lot recently. Let's see. Alright, we got this one here. I do want to see what it looks like if I try to add a fancier one. Okay, I think there's room for bigger gems. Yeah, that'd work. I don't. That part looks a little off to me. Turn this back up. Maybe I don't want that to go too far. Well, then they make me think of cool pins. Dang, they would make a pretty cool pin. You might have to attach the gems more realistically if you were to make a real pin out of them. It'd be fun. I think if you made them real, you'd have trouble getting the ones on the ends to like stick out like this. Okay, I'm trying to decide if I want to make these with lines or if I should make them like line. I'll try them with lines first. If I really don't like it, we can try a lineless version too. Two would maybe need to be connected with a line. Yeah. We need to add something there. There might be something out there where you can kind of fake it though. Okay. For a second. Okay, well, we can try lining it. I feel like if I do lines at this level, they're gonna look a little blurred. Should I make it look like pixel art? I'll just do my usual style first, and then if it looks off, we can always change it. Probably make the line art colored. Add a color to this so I can see it better. I'm looking more at my class, and I think I made this a little too diamond shaped, or it needs to be more star shaped. But I guess it doesn't look bad the way it is. But I'm gonna adjust it a little bit. There we go. Needs a tiny bit more of a curve. I've returned with spaghetti. Nice. I hope you enjoy your spaghetti. Spaghetti yummy. My birthday is coming up, so I gotta decide what sort of cake or dessert I want, which I usually make my typical chocolate sheet. But part of me is also wondering maybe I should make cupcakes instead. We had cupcakes recently, chocolate mayonnaise ones, but instead of using the usual chocolate frosting we put on them, we made that like crispy white frosting, and I kind of slapped with that frosting. A part of me is like, maybe I should make more of those. But I'm trying to decide. Happy early birthday thing. I also gotta organize a birthday collab stream because I would like to do that. I need to see what everyone's schedule is. Forever 29. Exactly. Forever 29. You know what song we should listen to when we're talking about the birthday? Let me pull it up. Listen to it after this song. Song from Tick Tick Boom. Let's see. Let me turn symmetry off for a second. I don't like how that line is kind of right there. Forever 14 in height. I stopped growing taller when I was like 12. Ash. You're off by a couple of years, unfortunately. What? Oh god. Why does it keep doing that? Stop eating yourself away, Photoshop. Because technically, if I make one without gems at the bottom, I could move it more into like the center here. But I kind of like the idea that the main part always stays here. Let's make these lines nice and thick. Nice and thick. Thicken them up. Just a bit. Alright, and then colors. Oh, why did I do that without symmetry? Okay. Now let's see. Colors. I could grab them directly from my preference sheet, but honestly, maybe I could just choose whatever. So let me fill it. There we go. I don't like that yellowy color. It needs to be a little more orange. How about Cry For Me by Iron Mouse? I think I saw a tiny bit of that. Heard it a little bit earlier. We can add that too. I forgot Subway was still in the queue. Okay. We got a couple things in the queue. That's fine. Oh my god. Make it really small. Okay. I think we'll add colors to the line. I don't think I quite like this yellow still though. But honestly, sometimes things don't really look bold until you add like the highlights and shading and stuff. Stick with that one. Maybe a tiny bit lighter. Just another girl on the subway. Let's see. Let's see. In this part, oh, this, that might be darker. How's that? I'll add some shading to it, but I don't know if we can really fit that much because it's so small. We still we want it to be able to read well, even when it's small. That makes it look nice and shiny. Oh, God. Does that look weird or does that look okay? I'll leave it for now. Really dark. Maybe a teensy bit darker. Okay. Okay. I like that. This color a little needs a little more green. The color does not look like any different. Oh, maybe I could maybe a bluer. I think I did like the blue. Yeah, I think I like that color. Leave with that color. And then are getting younger. I kind of know the lyrics of the song, but not really. I walked away for a few minutes while it looks pretty. Thank you. I'm gonna try to resist making it too detailed because it's gonna be so small. But we'll see how much detail we. I don't think I like that color. Make it more orange. Might need to get a tiny bit. Well, if I knew to adjust the line color, I can do that too. Hmm. I don't know how I feel about that. You make it really small. Okay. I definitely need to change this highlight a bit. Just kind of slapped it on there to see how it would. Maybe just here. Maybe not there at all. Or maybe it should have. Hmm. No, that looks weird. Hmm. Maybe like that? Booby. Very shiny. Yeah. Just trying to decide how shiny it should be. Hmm. Feels like it could be a psychic type badge. Oh, I can see that. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Look better or worse without that little extra highlight? I don't know if it needs it. Hmm. Just a little bit. How's it look on a gray background? That's a good idea. Gray. If I make it this gray, dark gray, I think it looks okay. I just realized part of the highlight got cut off on this part. That back in. Do I like that little part there? We could add something. Singing blim bam bam 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 bam. Like a little bit there too. Maybe like that. There. Okay. I guess the song that haunts me. Oh, yeah. You made like a whole animation to it, did you? That's impressive. Okay, I think I like how this one's turned out so far. Make it smaller so the grid isn't there. I think that works. Although, okay, there's something I want to fix about the lines right here. Fix that real fast. Who the best? I'm the best. Oh yeah. To the next, to the each one way. Yeah, that looks a little better. Your sacrifice for that animation is amazing. To go back and watch Errol. Yeah. Super impressive. Alright, I'm gonna make this a lighter gray. Yeah. Okay, I think I like that so far. I could hear it playing in my head whenever I was falling asleep for most of that week. Oh no. Haunting you. I like this song. Okay, so that's like our base. Don't exactly know what the other ones are gonna look like, but we'll figure it out. Let me try altering the color and see how that looks. So haunting earworm? No, that's a haunting earworm. Yeah. Earworm that haunts you. Oh my god. I served myself a bowl of chicken and a biscuit. I forgot about it just right now. Chicken and a biscuit. Okay. What other colored gemstone should we try? Love the analog horror TikToks I've seen of this one. Yeah, I love this song. The first time I saw it was like a horror animation, like years ago, and then suddenly it was either this year or last year. It like became a trend. I've seen the horror version of this song, like a horror TikTok on it. Yeah, it's cool. I like the song in general, but the horror trend is really cool too. Let's see. We can just experiment and see what other colors look like on this too. What color should we do? Should we try like a red? Well, that makes it look kind of cursed right now. Seems like a very bright red. Let me turn off the shading and just see it as it is on the base. What is going on there? Is that the line? That is the line. There we go. Did look cursed. Yeah, it did. The blood-stained version. The blood. zone. Okay, do I like this red or do I want to get? Do I make it like slightly? Oh no, here's a good song. Emerged from a cranberry bog, determined to win a shiny ribbon at the fair. Let me look at a ruby fast. Ruby. Or maybe I should do like pink and yellow, because those are the other colors. Well, it's fine. We'll make it. We'll try. We'll see what red looks like. I think I want a little darker than that. Aster makes blood gems from her victims and turns them into badges. Maybe this can be the jail badge. You can be forever in jail with the jail badge. Okay, now I just need to color the lines. This song is interesting. This song is beautiful. It's Angus the prize-winning hog. It's the story of how he saved humanity. Less shiny moonrock style one might be neat. Less shiny moonrock style? Damn, brutal Aster bleeds her jailed asteroids for their blood. That's right. That's what happens to you when you're in jail. If you feel a bit lightheaded when you get out of jail, don't worry about it. Okay, I just realized the highlight here is kind of peaking here. I don't want it right there. Means I might have to delete it. Go back and delete it on the blue one. There we go. This one is red. Red is interesting. I think it looked kind of off to me at first, but I think that's just because I'm so used to the blue. Now it's looking okay. That looks normal. Ash and I just perpetually anemic from our jail time. Yeah, that's why I give you so many bombs, so you don't pass out. You need your bomb snacks. Very important when you get blood drawn. Needed the iron? Exactly, exactly. I'm just gonna experiment and try out different colors and see how they look. Always and forever! Let's try a green. Like a peridot. I think peridot is my birth gem. Yes, I did indeed get a picture of Peridot from Steven Universe in my Google Images. It's kind of a yellowy green. I don't necessarily have to make it one realistically, but we'll see. This is my favorite Fall Out Boy song. To the hospital or American Embassy. Make it bright lime green. Red. Hmm. Might be a little too dark. I like this. White or black or gray would look good. For like the gemstones. That could be interesting. We'll just make a bunch of variants and then see what we like. Oh my god, stop flying away. That's another song we can play. Flying Away. That was called. From, yeah, from Fun Home. You know what? We can play the one from Annie and Stocking too, since we talked about it. Fly away now. Okay, I gotta color the lines now. I like that green. Maybe I want it a tiny bit darker. Drawing these is making me think about Witchbrook again. I'm excited for Witchbrook to come out. For a long time, I hadn't seen anything about like the potential marriageable or romanceable characters, and I was a little worried that it wasn't going to have any romanceable characters. But they've started introducing them, so I'm happy about that. Why does it look slightly red at the end? There we go. Green. Do we like that green? Or is it too radioactive looking? Keeps making me think of Gatorade for some reason. If I just want to experiment and try like a slightly paler. Hmm. No, that looks. There we go. That's the color I had, right? Yeah. Yeah. No, this color is fine. I'm debating if I want to make that fancier looking one. Or maybe I should try to make a less fancy version. I can try the less shiny Moonrock version, like I said. We can also change the color of the metal, but let me try that. Let me see like the metal a different color. Green. Ooh, let me do that. What would even look good with silver? The red one? I mean, that up. Okay, what color? Let's make it more of a silver. Oh, that blends the background now. Let's change the background back to white for now. New York. That might be okay. What is going on? Are you talking about the song? This is the song at the end of a musical. Um, it's it's Fun Home. It's based off of an autobiographical graphic novel by Alison Bechdel, talking about her relationship with her dad, and how she grew up and figured out she was gay and found out her dad was gay. So it takes place during like different parts of her life. So this ending part, there's like three different Allisons singing. There's like the kid Allison, the like college age Allison, and then the like middle age Allison. A lot of the lines would make sense if you've seen the show, which I've not seen the show, but I've listened to the music. Um, is that Rita Silver? Maybe. I guess when she was a kid, her dad would do that thing where you lie on your back and you put the kid lies on like the tops of your feet and you like kind of let the kid. It's like they're flying. They lie on their stomach on top of your feet. It's hard to describe. The red, like you can see it peeking out now. It wasn't as noticeable on the Geek the Child. I have the graphic novel and I read like half of it. I never I meant to. I also have her other one talking about her relationship with her mom. You could probably still do that, Aster. I might be a bit heavier than the average. How old was she in this? Probably like 8 or 7. Fly away. Silver doesn't look too bad. Here's the gold. Oh, I forgot to color the line. That would probably help. Here we go. It kind of sounds like she's saying you are gay at points in this song, which honestly I wouldn't put it past them to put that in these songs. Yeah, silver's not too bad. We got gold. We got silver. We'll leave that as an option on the table. Green. Hmm. Maybe I'll try doing the alt for this shape. Hmm. Here. Let me just turn off all this. There we go. By the by, Kyan is doing a community night in their Discord. Oh, fun! What does that entail? Are they like playing a game together? Are they speaking? Look too thick? Maybe. Game night, I'm fairly certain? Okay. That sounds like fun. Fly away now. Fly away. Hmm. You know what game they're playing? Badge is looking good already. Yay, I'm glad people like it. We'll have to think of more alternatives as time goes on. Turn that off. See how I like it. Fly away. Hmm. So it's okay? Not sure. Okay. No sweat, just curious. Let's see. Okay. How's the weather? I think the weather's fine. I know it was storming the other night, but tonight it's very clear, nice and calm. Been hot here. I wouldn't mind if it rained again so I could get it cooler. Hello once more. Hello, Wolfie. Welcome on in. Let me show you. We're working on sub badges now. We decided a good idea might be my class. So we're making alternates of the class. We got the blue one. We got a red one. We also made a red one with silver just to see how the silver would look. And then we also got a green. And now we're making a fancier badge. I don't know which badge is going to go with what or how many of these we're actually going to use. But we're just going to make them and then see how we feel. Yes, yes, denote our ranks. Yes, yes, we will install a hierarchy into the chat. You all can fight each other over who gets to be the dominant asteroid. Purple. Oh, we should make it purple. Purple. Let's see. Okay. Well, I like those lines. I think the lines are good. Now I have to adjust the base. Wolfie just times out anyone comes close to beating her. And you know what? She's allowed to get wrecked. Oh, I didn't mean to grab that. Did I just resize it? I did resize it ever so slightly. Photoshop boy. There we go, that's fine.
Let's go,
Master
lesbians,
supports
let's
mod
go!
abuse. Listen, Wolfie's allowed to do what she wants. I don't make the rules. Thank you for resubscribing, Wolfie. Let's go. Should I leave the gem like this, or should I also make the gem pointy? I feel like it's probably fine being shaped like that. And the Supreme Asteroid, yeah. You are, you are. Let me see. I can make a badge just for you. No one else can have it. It can be purple and no one else can. Let me see. This is probably fine. This part I'm gonna have to redo. I think Jen looks good like that. Nice contrast. Yeah, I think they don't have to go into the same contrast. Oh, there's a lot of silence in this song. I was like, where did this go? Yeah, if it's gonna play Kenshi Onese, maybe I'll play more Kenshi Onese. What Kenshi do I want to listen to? Do this one, and this one, and this one, and also this one, and this one, and okay, now I gotta figure out the shading on this shape. I didn't want to go to bed again, so I had to subscribe to my phone's browser, so I'm glad it worked. Oh no, not the phone subscription. I wouldn't charge you extra. Hey, wah, ha, ha, ha. It did not? Nice. Nice. Here. Does that look like it makes sense? Phone browsers is the same as mobile app. Oh, you did say phone browser. I see, I see. That do be making sense. Nice workaround. Let me see. That part, well, that part does have to change. Phone browser is what I use. Oh, you don't use the app, you just use the phone browser? I feel like I tried to use it before, but I think because I had the app, every time I tried to use it, it would be like, it would just automatically open the app. Oh lord, it tried. Phone browser for subbing or buying bits. That makes sense. That makes sense. It kept prompting me to open the app. Yeah. They're like, please, we need to charge you extra. Please. Na na na. not the color I wanted. The only time I'd use the phone browser version would be for Cult of the Lamb. I got you. Yeah, I think the mobile app doesn't work great with it. How do you like drawing on your big tablet? Genuinely, I got out my mom's Huion the other day and it was a huge difference from the iPad. Oh, Nintendo also seriously. I definitely like drawing it. I will say I haven't really tried out drawing on an iPad too much. I did a long time ago, but it was before they got like the good pens and stuff, so the pen I had was very weird. I think it's a lot easier nowadays. But I do like working on it. Mine's maybe a little bit bigger than I'd need, but it works. I have the 24-inch. The ones I had at school were the 22-inch, but by the time I went to buy one, it was like, well, those are kind of outdated, so I'll get the newer one. I want to practice on it more, but I think I'm gonna order a Paperlike screen for it. The pen squeaks on the glass right now. I can't stand it. On your iPad? I do think, like I said, I don't have a ton of experience with the more modern iPads. But yeah, I think getting one of those like Paperlike screen protectors can really help. Can add some nice resistance. Draw wee bit. Oh, okay, you use your phone? Do you draw with your finger or do you have like a pen you use? I wonder if this looks too shiny. It might be okay. On the big tablet? Okay, yeah, that could help with the big tablet. I think I ended up not getting any sort of like screen thing to go on top of it. It was something I was reading about at the time when I bought it, and I don't remember the exact reasoning that swayed me away from it. But I feel like maybe I should get at least just like a regular protector to stop scratches. Was working on doing my Astro before. Oh, nice. Oh, hi, Riez. Welcome on in. My phone has an S stylus. Fortunately, before I used one of those rubber phone pens. Oh, yeah, the phone pens with the, like, big, soft, end. Those are hard to draw with because they're not very precise. So, hi, Riez. We are working on sub badges. This was kind of the base one we made. And then we made a red variant. And then a red variant with silver. Just to see what the silver is like. We got a green one. And now we're working on the fancy one. I don't know which of these will actually get used, but we're working on them. I was able to put a glass protector and a paper-like one on my iPad, double protection lag. Oh, nice. That sounds like it'd feel good. I did consider eventually getting like another iPad so I could use it for drawing, like a portable drawing tablet. But I don't know if that'll ever actually happen. Indeed, problem with the S Pen is it's pressure sensitive. I always bad with pressure. I gotcha. I think a lot of people like the pressure sensitivity because it feels more realistic with using an actual pencil. It's just something to get used to. Okay, let's see. Have that part done. Part. That part. Let me do line. Or honestly, already most there. Do I like the way that looks? I might fix the highlight a little bit. Hmm. That looks a little bit better. That is the color one. Also, drawing straight, my hand moves too much. Very difficult to get it. Yeah, straight lines can be hard. Although if you're on a computer, you can hold down shift to make straight lines. But on a tablet, it might be harder. You gotta use your arm to draw straighter. The more you do it, the more the muscle memory can help you get there. Okay, I think I like that better now that this side is distinguished from that side a little bit more. Oh shoot! Because I accidentally colored part of it gray. Okay. It's a drafting thing, at least for me. Long lines need you to move your arm. Yeah, they do teach you that, where it's like full arm. Don't just draw from your wrist, you like draw from your shoulder. Also, you can chicken scratch the thing to death as long as you're happy with the result. That's true. In art school, they will tell you not to do chicken scratch lines all the time. You know what? Whatever gets you there. I feel a little bit better. Maybe that part shouldn't even have shading on it. No, it needs a little bit of shading. Okay. In digital, you can always clean it back up. Yeah. Honestly, the way I draw my lines is like sometimes I do a longer line, but a lot of times I go back and I like build it up by going over and over it again. Get very precise with the thickness. I've tried using the table to help keep my arms steady, which I found is helping to keep my hands stiller. That's good. That's good. Practice always helps, Ash. Yeah. The more you do the thing, the better you get at it. Hi, Duchess Celestia was talking about her annoyance with the stigma against chicken scratch. Yeah, like I understand where it comes from. Like they're trying to help you with your drawing technique, like make bolder lines. But I also think sometimes there's like maybe a miscommunication as to what people interpret as chicken scratch and what some people just interpret as like multiple lines, I guess. I say if you're in an art class, learn from the teacher and do what they say in class, but outside of class you can do whatever you want. I think that's fine for this one. This is blue fancy. Why is there a U at the end? Are we out of the ad break? I think we went through the ad break and now we're gone. I didn't even notice. Okay, this is normal. And this is, God, this is fancy. Oh my God. You bring them over here to look at them. I said. You just grab them. Face. There we go. There's all the variants we did today. Those are fun. I'm debating if I want to add a little bit more to the fancy one, but honestly, we can just keep making slightly different variants and they can just be like, this is this level and this is a slightly higher level. Don't remember my art teacher from high school. Apparently she's less a jerk these days. She wasn't bad to me, but some people found her a nightmare. That sucks. My high school art teacher was pretty nice. She was a little timid, but she was nice. I liked her. At my school, you were supposed to take Intro to Art before you took any other art class. But I was like, hey, can I just skip Intro to Art and go to more advanced ones? She's like, yeah, you can. She'd let students who are already decent at art skip those classes. And she's like, you're not gonna get out of it. Go to the more advanced. You look lovely, Aster. Yay. Okay, we'll think of more eventually, but I might start figuring out what to do with these. I don't know what the different colors are gonna do, because I feel like it makes sense to go from like less fancy to more fancy for like the longer you've been a subscriber. But I don't know about. We'll see. I will look into what sub badges I can set that might help direct us for what we do in the future. Yeah, I like this idea. I like the little cloak class. Good. That's funny that Moobot did it, and then Stream Elements was like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Subbage? I don't know if it has a sub. I don't know if it does that. I don't know how to look at that. But anyway, well, I'm glad we could work on these. This is nice. And also, if you want to make an asteroid, your own custom asteroid, the base is now in the Discord. There should be the PSD file, but there's also a couple of alternate PNGs you can use. There's a blank one, and then there's a couple that have eyes already on them if you want those eyes, but feel free to come up with whatever design eyes. I think 16 months. Gonna make 20, my own private army. You're gonna make 20 different asteroids. Have fun. And in the future, for certain like follower or sub goals, we might have giveaways where I can make your own custom stream avatar if you've designed a little asteroid. So that's something to look forward to if you make one. Alright, now we gotta decide who we're going to be. We're playing. Santa Maria is playing. Well, the song. I say as I'm the one who queued it up. Okay. We won't wait. Been a great stream, Astro. Have a good evening. Thank you. Thanks for the wonderful stream. Thank you for joining me. I'm glad you guys are liking the. I'm gonna see if I can work backwards. A less detailed badge. I guess I could literally just take this and like just get rid of the gems, and that could just be one too. But yeah, I will think of ideas. I've got to decide on colors and try to draw a dice. Good luck on that. If you need any advice or feedback, feel free to post in the Discord, and we can help you out. Allura Spore is playing Peak. She is, but also Semi-Sin is playing Off. Because the Off remake comes out tomorrow, but it might actually already be out because it is almost midnight. It might be out. Or if it's dropping on Steam, so if it's out somewhere, it's out everywhere. But be Off. Also, I know I said I was going to play the Off remake when it came out, but I ordered the collector's edition, the Bad Human edition, which has a physical version of the Switch version, and I don't think that's getting shipped like early next year. So we'll play Off when I get it in the mail. Good with Forever. Okay. Looking forward to next week, Aster. Yes. Oh, I should mention, this is the last stream of the week. I will try to get my schedule out by Sunday. We will definitely be playing more of the Crooked Man. Don't know what else we'll be doing. Maybe more art. Maybe something else. Who knows? Actually, I have a raid idea. What's your raid idea? Throw it by me. Grab my face. Let me see it. XX Saturn. XX. Her birthday. Oh, great. That would be nice. We go find. Are they live? Okay, looks like she is live. For a second, when I clicked on the link, it was like last live 4 days ago. I was like, what? Okay, yeah, we can read them. Let's see, is that working? Okay. I think she's playing Overwatch. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll go raid her for her birthday. We'll go say hi. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I hope to see you later sometime. And if you design an asteroid, send it in the Discord. I would love to see it. All right, everybody. Bye bye. Farewell. What's the clock?